Now let us see what the enlightenment is all about. When we are called enlightened people, just now we have been hearing, the poem in Telugu from Brahmarshi Patriji. ఉప్పు కప్పు రంబు ఒక్క పోలిక నుండు బట్ రుచులు వేరువేరుగా ఉంటాయి. సిమిలర్లీ పురుషులందు పుణ్య పురుషులు వేరు. సో వీ హ్యావ్ numberless. The creation has got so many varieties of species out there. Among them, human kingdom is there. A number of people, male and females. So many, endless, numberless, people are there. But all are not alike. There will be a sort of difference when we speak to each one of the persons. Bhinna bhinna రీతులుగా ఉంటారు. Among these people, there will be some sort of greater people are there. The people who understood the life are different. All are gods. Every human being, whether he is enlightened or not, is a god. Because God is everywhere in every person. Kindly understand this. Everybody is equal and everybody has got the same power, same knowledge, same thing, and everybody is equally a god. Sarvatra, sarvada, existent person, evaru anante God. The God is everywhere in every person. But still, there is a person who is called Purushottama. Purushaha Purushottama. Purusha means a godly person. Purusha means Prakriti. Purusha means all pervasive energy field. Okay. Shakti Swarupame Purusha anantam. We are embodiment of the energy. Among these people who are empowered with energy, all are human beings, all are creatures. Whatever it is there, it is filled up with this sort of energy. Fine, okay. But among these energyful people, there are some different people are there. They are called Purushottamas. That is, the good among the best. The best among the best. So that is a sort of enlightenment makes them so. So the enlightened people will be different among the people, ordinary people. Yet to be enlightened. They are not unfit. They are not unfit people. Everybody can be enlightened. Everybody can become Purushottama. They are not ineligible people. They are all eligible. But somebody is earlier, somebody is later. So the people who are not enlightened are yet to be enlightened. The people who are enlightened are different from the unenlightened people. So this is the way of our understanding should be there, and we are all same. We stand united for all the causes of the humanity. So this is the spiritual reality. So now we will see what are the attributes and characters. అలాగా enlightened అయిన మనిషి ఎలాగా ఉంటాడప్పా, ఎలాగా బిహేవ్ చేస్తాడు, how he conducts his life. A man who is enlightened, how he behaves. He becomes, and we all call them Mahan Vyakti. All enlightened personalities, we distinguish by naming them Mahan Vyakti, Mahatma Gandhi, like that, Mahatma. They are all great souls. We are all souls, and there will be a great soul among them. That great soul is enlightened person. See, like this, Mahan Vyaktis. An individual becomes great, Mahan personality. His personality will be stretched further, expanded, enhanced with the acquisition of higher wisdom. What is the wisdom? This slide is going to give you the kind of wisdoms. How many kinds we have to develop our immature mind. Our brains should be washed and prepared sufficiently to reach enlightenment. First thing is we should acquire subtle knowledge. Subtle knowledge is important. Our wisdom should be possessing this kind of subtle knowledge. Subtle means invisible knowledge. We should be able to understand what is not visible, first of all. This is the greatest, this is the first step of spiritual science. You should be able to identify the person who he is and who you are, first thing. Who am I? We should know. That is the subtle knowledge. We are not this body. That is the subtle knowledge. We are subtle being inside. We are invisible energy field. That is the subtle knowledge. Okay. Sushma Sarira Vrittantamu. సూక్ష్మ శరీర జ్ఞానము కావాలి. మొదటిలో అది మమ్మల్ని అద్భుతమైనటువంటి దివ్య ప్రకాశ జీవితానికి తీసుకెళ్తుంది. దట్ విల్ లీడ్ us to the enlightened way of life, to be always happy and make others happy. So, my dear masters, kindly check up, how many kinds of knowledges we should possess. Number one, subtle knowledge, that is Sushma Gnanamu Kavali. For this, you have to be in meditation. There is only one weapon to give you this kind of equipment to you, to facilitate you to get this sort of knowledge, is only being in meditation every day, regularly, okay? Observing our own breath. That's it. Short and long breath, just observing that. That will facilitate the soul to get shifted to head, okay? Then you will be brightened up, then you will be beautified, you will become handsome, you will become a sort of self-shining, So that is called subtle knowledge. So we should start just getting interested in meditation. It is not that somebody told we are sitting in meditation, not that, my dear masters. There should be some purpose for that. There should be meaningful step it is. We should understand that why we are in meditation, what is the purpose of that, and what is the greatest benefit that we are supposed to get out of that. If we do not know that, then we lose the time. We lose the valued lifetime, in fact. So, my dear masters, now this is the wonderful opportunity we had, and moreover, we had the information of meditation right now. There are so many millions of people, they do not know what is meditation also. They don't have access to this kind of knowledge. Fortunately, we are just in the group of pyramid, PSSM. We had the occasion, scope, opportunity, luck to understand what is meditation, and then we must be the people to use it properly without waste of time. That fetches us the subtle knowledge in the first instance. That will develop our mind into alert knowledge. It will give us alert knowledge. One will become alert the moment you are understanding the Prakriti as well as yourself. Purusha and Prakriti, if we understand what is there outside and what is there inside, if you understand that, then you will become very alert of in and out. That is called Sushma Jagrata Avastha. That is when you are open the eyes, you are not disturbed, you are not perturbed, you are not afraid of that. Okay, you will be very alert, and that is called Jagrata Avastha. Jagrata Buddhi. What is called? Jagrata Buddhi. Sushma Buddhi is number one. Jagrata Buddhi is number two. Kindly attend to this. Number three is sharp knowledge. That is called Tishnamainatvanti Buddhi. Tishna Buddhi. So just at one stroke you will get, okay, what is required. You will understand that sort of Vijnana you will be getting, okay. So this is not ashamashi, this is not a wasteful exercise. Then number four is discriminatory knowledge. Then you will be blessed with the viveka, that is called vichakshana. This is to find out what is right and what is wrong, to decide things. Okay, so the discriminatory faculty we will be gaining. Okay, in when once we are accustomed to meditation, and we are in the we are holding the sushma gnana, that is called subtle knowledge. When we have that, then everything will follow to us. What is that? Discriminatory knowledge will follow, and we will be 100% will be better in understanding what is right and what is not in our day-to-day life. So number fifth stage of mind, the mind will undergo another stage. What is that? Determinative knowledge. Then you will be able to decide fast. So you will be a good decision maker. Because of lack of decisions, people are finding the life very heavy. Lack of decision, the people get confused and land up in problems. They will be backward. They will be hesitating. They will not step forward. Always they will be remaining in the back benches because unable to decide what is to be done. Okay, my dear masters, this faculty is very important. We should be able to decide in time. For that, we need a discriminatory faculty, which we already gained. Okay, afterwards, deciding will become easy, and after decision making, sixth faculty is our mind should be ready, and it will be also ready. It will be ready now to be steady knowledge. To be steady always. It will become so strong that uh, it will not have any hesitations, any sort of dilemma. This will not be there. Steady, that is achanchalata. There is no chanchalata in your mind. Fickle mindedness will go away. You will not have a wavering mind, oscillating mind, either this or that. No dilemma, no isolation. When you have a discriminatory faculty, normally your mind will become steady, stable, strong. Okay. So after steady knowledge, the mind will also acquire the maturity, mature knowledge. So the mind will become very, very still, very, very calm, mature. Something is happening. You will not be shaky. You will not have anxiety. You will not have any sort of evil or unhealthy emotions. You will be very, very calm and undisturbed. It's a very humble position. You will be there, understanding everything. So, no worry, you will say. If something is happening, if some businessman receives a call, Master J, your business is under loss, so and so, some check has been bounced, and you lost so much of money. Suppose if they receive such calls also, that man, if he is a meditator, he will simply laugh at that. Okay, fine. He will not show any shaky mode. He will not get disturbed. He will simply say, okay, is it? Fine. Nothing is happening. Okay, next, what is to be done? You put a case against so and so people, and we go further. That's it. There is no disturbance in the mind. So, my dear friends, this sort of faculties we should cultivate, and that happens only when your mind is subjected to stillness in meditation. I have been telling, I told some class, I don't know where I have told, in meditation our mind will be purified. Yatha suvarnam patupaka shobhitam. Why, just like that, when gold is heated, what happens? Patupaka shobhitam. That is, the more it is heated, it will be more shining. Yatha suvarnam. Suvarnam means gold. When once gold is getting heated, and the more it is heated, it is giving more shining. Tyaktva swatmagunam. Swatmamalam tyaktva. Swatmamalam tyaktva. That means the impurities, whatever it has, it will remove. and then it will shine. Tathaiva. Similarly, during meditation, swatmamalam sattvarajotamo tyaktva. See, swaswarupaha yatnataha shyat. See, this is what we were explaining the other day. So, this sort of mind will be the outcome of meditation. So, after maturity, after the person has gained maturity, he will be quiet in mind. He will be settled in the mind. He will not disturb himself for everything. No disturbance ever for him. Then it becomes soft knowledge. Soft knowledge means sarala buddhi. Sarala buddhi. He will not have any sort of a crooked, a sort of damaged, or a sort of incomplete or unfair means of living and all those things. He will become very soft. I don't have any shortcuts for my conduct of life. I will follow the straight path. Sarala buddhi, sarala vidhaname anusaristamu. Vakragamanam vadu, vakrachestalu vadu. That is what the outcome of meditation. Otherwise, what is the shortcut? How can we go? What more are there for this? Like this, our buddhi is like that. Chanchalata, it will not stay. It will not settle. Unsettling is its nature. So when once we are in meditation and when once we are nearing the enlightenment, and this will be the faculties which we'll acquire in our mind. Patubha Kashobhitam, we are getting heated. The mind is being cooked to be the best product. The mind is under cooking now to give the best of the best to us. So with this soft knowledge, man will be very, 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 very successful. And then positive knowledge on top of it, we are also becoming positive in our actions. We will never say it is not okay. Everything is okay. And make it is okay if it is not okay. That is the best part of our action. Our action should be corrective, not finding fault mission. No. Finding fault is not a great thing. The corrective action is a greater thing, my dear friends. Mistakes are always happening, but every mistake need not be shouted upon. Every mistake should not be cursed. All this shouting and cursing and all these things will downgrade or sort of discourage the people for further action. So we should cut short. We should not apply all those things. We must only go on corrective measures. That's it. That is the best part of it, and that we become positivity. And then we acquire vast knowledge, that is wide-heartedness, vast knowledge. That means the whole universe will keep it in view. Whenever we do some work, we keep in view the whole universe in our brain. And then we work for the good of all, not only self or a person who is opposite. Everyone who is not there also we will think of and do good to them. So our action should lead to good of the many, 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 universal. So he will become a man of the universe, friend of the globe. We should become friends of the globe. That is whole-hearted personality, wide-hearted personality, very kind-hearted personality. Such a man is called Purushottama. Such a man is called the man of the man, the greatest man of the whole human kingdom. Purushottama. Aksharaadapi atitoham. Who is Purushottama? Aksharaadapi atitoham. Akshara means na ksharati iti aksharaha. That is which is not vanishing. I am permanent already, but I am more than that. I am beyond that also. What you are telling it is which is permanent, that is called Atma. I am superior to Atma also, he says. Aham Purushottamam Kathitaha. See, I am called Purushottama because I am beyond Atmas also. So, my dear friends, we should understand in a deeper sense the existence of our own self and take it to the extreme supremacy, supreme qualities. We are not sufficient to be good. We should go beyond the good, okay, and beyond everything. And we are there, Purushalalo, Punya Purushalu Kavali. So, among all the existent people, we should become a greater personalities, taking care of everyone. Whoever is greater, he will be taking care of all other people. He will be a father figure for them. So we should turn ourselves into a father figures and take care of everyone in this. Whoever is ignorant will be taken care of, covered by our existence. So these are the 10 intellectual properties we should acquire. And that is happening in meditation, and one gets enlightened. When you acquire all these 10, you are an enlightened person. దివ్య జీవన ప్రకాశ జీవితానికి కావలసిన బుద్ధి గడించాలి. That is called spiritual wisdom. Okay, my dear masters. So kindly remember. And then, when once you are acquiring these 10 qualities of intellect, okay, the superfine intellect it is called, that is called wisdom. That shows that all species are equal, you will understand, and you become a normal man. You are not abnormal now. You are a normal person, common person. You are normal, normality. You will be normal in all aspects. Number one normality is all species are equal, you should understand. We will also understand that. We see ourselves in others and uh, we see ourselves in others, and others also will see us in themselves. This is how it happens. When you see the God in others, others will see God in you. Okay, that's happening. So that kind of knowledge will result in no competing, no competition. So when we understand that he is I, I is he. In the first classes, we have been discussing this. Who is I? What is I? Like that. So that I is there in everyone. So there is no competition. And there is no comparing. You should not compare with somebody. No, please. Why? Because all are great. Where is the question of comparison? You can become greater. You can become greatest. Everyone can become greater, greatest, everything. So you have to work for yourself. So there is no comparison with somebody and no copying. So these are the fundamentals of the life. Copying should not be there. Some originality should be there. You are meant for your own work, not for copying other work. You have come here to learn for yourself, not copying others. So you have an independent faculty of brains. For that, you have to use it for yourself. You cannot say, I am not able to do, because you are given that kind of facility is there with you. You are given the capabilities. If you are not using, and nobody can save you, you have to come out successfully by yourself. So, my dear masters, these three are there fundamentally. You are not supposed to copy, you are not supposed to compete with others. You have to only share with others. That's it. You are only to lead others. There is no competition here. I should only become leader is not correct. Everybody should become like me is correct. Everybody should become like us. It's not that I myself alone. It's a wrong methodology of inducting knowledge is now going on in the education system. That somebody should come out successfully. You gain first rank, you gain first rank like that. No first rank, all ranks should be first. We should cultivate such an impression in the school children that everybody should be the top. That should be the tempo, not that somebody should come first and somebody should not come first. That's not there. So automatically people get discouraged if you say only first rank boy is okay, as if other boys are not okay. It's not correct. It's only timing. Today is somebody is the first, next day somebody else is the first. It is like that. All should become first. No? So these are the issues are there which are not making people happy. Okay. So next thing is there. Kindly remember, no authority over others. We are not here to exercise authority on others. That is the fundamental principle of life which any enlightened man will have in mind while conducting his life. No authority. You are not supposed to control others. You are supposed to control yourself only. Kindly understand. You may be a father, or you may be a husband, or you may be a teacher, or you are in a greater position. Even then also you should not control, you should not try to control others who are not in your position, who are subordinate to you. You should never exercise your authority on others. You may be a father, but you are not supposed to exercise authority on your kids. You can only give advice. You can only show the path, that's it. There is no authority. Actually, it is he who has to receive it or not receive. You can only convince, you can only advise, cooperate, and advise and service. They are okay. In service, fine. You are helping others, fine. You are giving advice, fine. You are cooperating is fine. Sahakaram is okay. Husband and wife should cooperate. There should not be any sort of authority of husband on the wife or authority of wife on the husband. It's not correct. But we are having this sort of disparities. That's why we are not happy. If you want to be happy, you have to follow cooperation. There is no question of somebody is up or somebody is not. There is no upper hand. One upper position should not be there. Everybody is equal. Saha dharmachari, husband and wife, they take oath while getting married, while accepting the um, togetherness in life. They are accepting the togetherness in life to be Saha Dharmachari, Saha Dharmacharini. These are the terms we should follow in letter and spirit. Husband and wife should be like that. Spiritual science says everybody should be Saha Dharmacharini, cooperative persons. Saha Dharmachari means Saha means togetherness. Dharma means what? Saha Dharma. Dharma means what? Dharma means non-violence. We have to conduct our life with non-violence. We should never be violent on anyone else nor on both of them. No. Neither husband should be violent on the wife, and the wife should not be violent on her own husband. So, my dear masters, Sahadharmachari, Ni means represents the wife, to follow non-violence and be together in all actions, in all activities of the life togetherness. Similarly, the husband has got the responsibility to cooperate without claiming superiority on the wife and conduct himself with no violence at all. Dharma should be followed. Dharma means what? No violence. So, my dear masters, these are all crystal clear. The spiritual science demands us to be happy by conducting our life in these manners. So, we do not know. We are not having sufficient information on this. We don't read also. Books are there, we don't read. We don't listen to people also. And we are following, we are ignorance, we are simply going by a sort of procedure which copying others, If somebody is shouting, we are also shouting. Somebody says, your husband, you should not listen to your wife. We are following that. It's not correct. We are not having anything to check whether the statement is right or wrong. Nothing. Simply we follow. We don't have time to verify, time to know, nothing, no time. So our lives are completely damaged by this wrong way or wrong methodology of life, whatever we are now behaving with. Okay, my dear masters, now authority should not be there. But one thing, in some offices or companies, there will be authority. Physical science says there is an authority of the boss on the servants in discharge of their duties. Their authority functions. Why? Because it is a contract for them. This man undertakes to work under him in return to a certain sort of obligation. That's it, fine. That's a contract. So within the contract, they are okay. But outside the office, they are not bound by that. Okay. Then again, they are just be equal, like on spiritual science basis. All are equal, whether it's a boss or servant, no discrimination outside the contract. So, my dear masters, you have to identify, you have to be responsible where you should exercise your power, where you are not supposed to exercise that. Authority is not bossism, authority is for decisions and responsibilities. So, where you are having some sort of information more, you are bound to act on that. It is not bossism, it is only informatory advantage, it is only advisor. You are the advisor for the whole world. So, an enlightened master will be like this, always cooperative, always thinking equality, equanimity, and they are not dominating on others. They are not expected to obey. They are not expected to serve them. They don't ask somebody to um, always do some sorts of service to them. All these things will not them. No expectations, please. Always authority means it is not a bossism, it is only cooperation or advice. And in this slide, you saw some violence is going on, punishing and all those things. The very important factors of life is people are thinking that if somebody does something uh, inconvenient thing or mistakes, they think that they should punish them. In the physical sciences, punishment is widely used. People are thinking that they should be punished sufficiently for the mistake. There is a principle of eye for an eye. If somebody damages one eye, then another eye also should be damaged. He also should damage his eye, somebody's eye who has damaged his eye to eye. Okay. So, whatever it is, you have to react on that. So, this way of life, this way of conduct of life is not correct. There need not be eye to eye. If somebody has done some damage to us, we should not damage again those people, not necessary. Pratikara, taking revenge, are forbidden in spiritual science. No revenge. We should not react also. We should not punish the people who commit errors. Spiritual science demands that you should resort to only advices. You have to only give the right course of action to them. We should not punish. Punishment is not necessary. Why? Because mistakes are always happening with every one of us. There is no person who does not do a mistake because error is human. To err is human. There is nobody on this earth who does not do mistake. In such a case, why you are asking and giving punishment? How many people you will punish? Because everybody does mistake. Everybody should be punished. But things are going on. They are hitting, they are shouting, they are making a lot of galata and all those things. And people are undergoing a lot of sufferings on account of this wrong notion that mistakes should not be tolerated. Mistakes should be punished, or sort of wrong behavior should be punished. It is not correct. Punishments are mistakes, punishments, mistakes, and a sort of small sort of misbehaviors, misconduct. They are not crimes. Crime is different, and all other misuse or mistakes are different. Crime is a different thing which should be taken note of. There should be some corrective action, very stringent action we have to take. In respect of other cases which are not crimes but small sorts of errors, small sorts of mistakes, people should be not tortured. Then what should be done? They should be advised. They should be uh, cajoled. They should be properly convinced. They should be taught right course of actions. Why? Because misplaced taking. These only he has taken mistake. He has only taken something in a wrong way. Mistake is not a crime. So you should not incur punishment on that. No, please. We should excuse them. More and more we should learn how to excuse. All things can be excused. But every excuse will give you some responsibility. You should be able to correct what is lost by that mistake. You should take over rectification of that mistake for yourself. When you are excusing the person who is at wrong side or who does a mistake, when you are excusing him, it means that you should correct that for yourself. It is not that simply excuse and get away. No. And you should excuse and you should correct. This is spiritual science imposes on you. So, my dear masters, don't go for punishment. They are not the right course of action. Samadhana, Beda, Dandopayas are there. In Sanskrit, there is some sort of proverb is there. Science says like that. But you have to apply all sorts of, of intellectual remedies we have to apply, not violent remedies. Violent remedies are only for crimes or at the last step of the rectification. If nothing is working, then only it should be resorted to, not on regular basis. Okay, so no punishing. Kindly don't apply in your domestic um, ways of life, in domestic footing, when dealing with your children or with your relatives or with your own friends, circles or known people, whatever it is, with all human kingdom, you should be behaving very, very brotherly, and you should be behaving very with kind heart, excusing, forgive and forget should be the policy with us while dealing with anyone else in and out of the house. Okay, next, fifth item of enlightenment is no reaction.
Sir,
So,
excuse me.
hello.
Sir, we are not able to see the screen, sir. Share the screen once. I
Okay,
think
right.
accidentally you have missed it.
Okay, okay. I'll do that. Are you able to see, sir, now?
Yes, yes. Just
You are
explain.
able to see it.
Ah,
Yeah, I
yes.
will explain
Yes,
now.
sir.
So you are following, no? Yeah. Now you are able to see that?
Yes, sir. This slide is, yes.
Yeah. Now we were discussing about reactionary mode of life, Reaction. Always revenge, revenge, revenge,
Yeah.
tit for tat, like that. People are telling, if you shout, I will shout. If you don't speak, I will not speak. If you hit, I will hit. These are all the things are going on in the society, leading all sorts of miseries in the life. For everything, you will react. For everything, if somebody does not speak, you will react. If somebody is doing his own work, you will react. Somebody is not offering seat, you are reacting. For everything, you are reacting. There is a very, very, very improper way of life, and that is only harmful to us only. That is not prescribed in our spiritual life. There is no question of reactions here. Reaction is not correct. If somebody does not offer you the seat, in what way you are responsible for that? Why you should react? You tell me. It is a lack of knowledge on the other side, not on your side. So you should not be angry with that. You should not react. You should not curse that. You should not demean them. No, you don't have sense of offering a seat. You should immediately will react. And you will feel, at least if you don't speak out, that the people have not given respect to me. That is also not correct. Even in the manasa vacha karmana, you should not react. There should not be reaction on any count. If somebody is not doing what is required by them, why you should react, why you should get agitated, why you should take ill of them and all those things. In what way you are just supposed to do? You are not supposed to do. You only watch, observe, that's it. And if necessary, you can remind them after some time when required. If at all it is required, you can only advise them, that's it. Okay, the people will feel like that, no, like that. So it is not that we should react in each and every occasion. Actually, if reaction means what? It is only a reaction. That is means, if somebody calls you a fool, then immediately we also retort by saying you are the fool. Like you are the greatest fool, we will say. That means we are only repeating the word which is uttered by the other party. That means we are reacting the same word there, and it is the it is the product of that person's brain. He doesn't know properly, and he says that we are the fools. It is his knowledge. And what about our knowledge? Why should we again repeat it? You are the fool, like that. Because our knowledge is not same as that of the other knowledge. Nor we need not react what he has acted upon already. So it is for us to act only, not react. Did you catch it up? We are supposed to act with our brains, not react with somebody's brain. So anything what is happening, you must think on your own brains, on your own initiative. Think properly with your own senses and speak on that, no reaction. If somebody shouts, we need not shout. We have to only speak. That's it. What is supposed to be right, we should do. That's it. Not that the other man has done, we should repeat. No place. So be kindly aware of your own action and your character and your is the course of action supposed to take. So this should be the way of life. Kindly remove the reaction in your word. Everybody speaks according to their own knowledge. That is admitted fact. You cannot give your knowledge to them and ask them to speak. No. Everybody has got some knowledge, and whatever he speaks will be based on that. So if somebody is calling or not respecting you or not speaking to you, it is depending on their quantum of knowledge they possess. It is their fault. But unnecessarily we are reacting to that and we fall prey to that, and then there will be a lot of reactionary modes. You speak, I speak, you speak, I speak. They will say fool, we also say fool. Their friends will also follow, our friends will join us in defending us, and a lot of halla gulla will be there, a lot of, it is called fighting. that speaking turns into a fighting mode, incurring displeasure to both the parties and waste of time and time and everything on both sides. So, my dear masters, if you analyze things, all these things will come out. That's why the spiritual science says there is no reaction in anybody's life, Apratikaram, that means no revenges. Apratikara lakshanam, sahajam. Apratikara lakshanam. See, apratikara lakshanam is equal to sahanam. Orpu. Orpu అనేది ఉంచుకోవాలి. Patience. Forbearance. In English we say forbearance we should have. Perseverance we should have. These are all the things, oceanic patience we must have. And we should never get led by somebody say. It is their knowledge, leave it to them. You don't get disturbed on that. You have to only think with your own brains and take action upon that. What to do and what not to do. That's it. How much we should speak on that. It is not necessarily we should speak. We have to judge our own action. So, my dear masters, sahanam apratikara lakshanam. Kindly remember. And this sort of retorting will not be there in any spiritual life, no reactionary mode of life. Okay, remove reaction in our life system. For everything, we have to act only, no react. Act. When once you act, it will be after thinking only. So we will think and act. Reaction without thinking. It is only depending on the words, whatever received from the other side. We also repeat that. That means no thinking is there at that spot or time. That is the reason. So, without thinking, whatever we say, it will not be wise. So, with thinking, we should say. So, we should be very wise to attack such things, to respond such things in respect. In place of reaction, we should respond. That is more important. If somebody says impatient, he says, I don't like to speak, then we have to only say, may I know the reason? May I know why you are pained like this? We should go into a wise talking, not reactionary mode. If you don't speak, I also don't speak, no problem. Like that. That's not correct. It is always wise to say that even if you don't speak to me, I will also speak. I will always keep speaking to you. That is the greatness. That is the wise course of action. So we should always keep our side clean. That's it. Maintain your side perfect on wise thinking. Okay. So, my dear masters, so that's the reason I think you have understood how far this reaction is useful or unuseful. So, we should immediately stop this kind of reaction and cultivate a responding style of life. Responding. For everything, we should respond. We cannot keep silent also. Because a man is asking something, he cannot remain silent. You have to respond. Fine. The next slide we'll see. Next slide is shouting. So normally shouting or hitting, and instead no hating. Hating should not be there. And then worrying, we should not worry for everything. And then no fear. Fear psychosis should not be there. If you are afraid of, things will not work. Your work will get disturbed. You should not look to other persons as though they will be afraid of you. You will be always calm and quiet in your mind. Your face will be pleasant. Similar way, you should not get afraid of seeing somebody who is very, very fearful in looks, whatever it is. You must keep your calm. And then no anxiety. Many events you may be encountering, known and unknown. At any sort of some sort of unusual incidents if take place, you will be very, very undergoing some sort of anxiety in you. You'll be anxious of anything what is going to happen next further. So these sort of things should not be there. This will disturb our mind, giving ill health to us. If mind is not okay, the body will not be okay. So the depression, anxiety, anger, all these things will spoil our brains and take away our life. We'll get sick. And then gossips we should not take. We should not think of others. We should not speak regarding others in their absence. We should not cultivate this kind of habit at all. The gossip is just like a killing others, in their absence. If you say somebody is not okay, then they will not speak to that person. So that man is dead for him altogether. Don't do that. Don't speak of others. If somebody asks about somebody to you, you only respond that you can directly contact, or I do not have full information, because nobody will have full information about anybody. Actually, we do not know about ourselves fully, because when we are just in anger, we don't know what we do. Nobody knows themselves. Actually, we are in inner bodies. Nobody can see us. We are all subtle bodies. How? So there is no question of knowing others. Even if you know it is only 1%. So you cannot discuss about 1% knowledge of others, to others about him. Very wrong. That's the reason spiritual science demands no gossip should be undertaken. Gossip is like murdering a fellow. No judgment. Don't judge because you don't know about him. As I told you just now, we don't know any information about others. Even if we come to know, it's only 1%, which cannot be deciding the factors. That's why there is no question of judging on others. And then violence. Violence should not be there. Himsa chodo. That is what PSSM slogan. Hamsa pakado. That's it. We had to be indulging in our calmness of mind, and there is no question of violence either in thinking or in speaking or in doing. Manasa vacha karmana. So robbing of peace is violence. See, if suppose if you hurt somebody by shouting or anything, it disturbs his mind, It is eating away his mind. It is eating his head. If you are feeling bad about you, you are eating your own head. That is also violence. It's a crime. Violence is a crime. Nowadays, the many people, domestic violence is getting more and more. People will be very calm while playing children, but the mothers will come and shout on them and disturb their peace. Okay, so instead they should be in a speaking way, cajoling way, advisory. Okay, they should always advise things. Don't take violent path. It shows you are robbing the peace of others unnecessarily or necessarily. You should not rob anything. Even if it's necessary, you should only consult and you should deal with in a calm way. There is a methodology of sama, dana, all these things are there. Only at the last leg of effort, if it is not fetching any result, then only we should adopt a sort of danda or some what is a sort of punishment, this and that. Not unusual course of actions, no place, nothing. It is only 0.001% of that nature. Everybody, whoever commits error, will have to receive punishment in spiritual science. He cannot escape. In physicality, there is some justice. Nyaya is there. Immediately they want some sort of correction. In spiritual science, even if you don't correct, that man will be experiencing his own way of life. He will get corrected automatically. Every man who does mistake will be experiencing that mistake back. If you do good, you will get. If you don't do good, uh, you will. If you do bad, you will get bad. You cannot change it unless you follow the right means of life again further. Okay. of meditation and all those things. Okay, my dear masters. So this robbing of peace happens when once you are hitting or shouting or you are going by a violent way means that you are robbing him. You become a robber. It is not only the articles, if robbed, he becomes a robber. Even if you trouble somebody, you are a robber of peace of that gentleman. Kindly understand. So don't become a robber in your own house, time and again beating your children, shouting on your children, or fighting on for yourself. All these violent ways make you robbers of peace of others. You are doing unnecessarily injustice on others, and that fetch you no good. That we should realize. Okay. So, my dear masters, this kind of violence we should be free. Then enlightenment dissolves abnormalcy. So the abnormalcy is like this. A man should not be like this, very violent, in the nature. He should not be like that. We should not be in this sort of position. So we should not underestimating this wrong thinking should not be in these manners. Underestimating should not be there. Disliking, fear psychosis, worrying, inferiority, superiority complex, wrong opinions against others, comparing, copying, low confidence, overconfidence, all these things should be stopped. Wrong thinking. And communication. You should not use your mouth, shouting, scolding, insulting, ill treating, abusing, complaining against yourself and others. And then by action, quarreling, fighting, hitting, okay, hurting, harming, damaging, cheating, reacting, revenging, punishing, etc. I should not do. Okay. And okay. And we should become Mahan Vyakti when we are all devoid of these things. A normal man we become, never abnormal, no ego, no speciality, no aggression, ever smiling. That means always keep smiling, expects nothing from anyone. A wise person or a Mahan Vyakti will not ask anybody anything anytime. So he will always only give things to everybody all time. There are four kinds of states. One is taking, always. Taking is very injustice. And another stage is give and take. Are you able to hear? Give and take. That means it's a nyaya in this physicality. You give and you also take back. Okay, fine, this is something good. But there is another way of life. Now, what is that? Only, only giving. That's it. First one is only taking. Second one is give and take. Third one is only giving. This is the best course of life. Only you should give. Don't again take back. If something you have parted with, you helped somebody, don't expect any result out of that. Don't again take back. Somebody you paid some 10 rupees or 10 lakhs or whatever it is. 10 rupees and 10 lakhs both are same for spiritual science. Whatever you give, don't ask back again. That is the top knowledge. Okay. Only giving. That man is wise person. And one more stage is there. What is that? He is a super person. That is a Purushottama is. No giving, no taking. It is like a god. He neither gives nor takes. He will make everybody stand on their own legs. He will give knowledge. He will not give anything in kind. So, my dear friends, don't give anything in kind to anyone, but you help them to be like you. That is the greatest help you will be able to ever give him. He will be lifelong grateful to you. If you give something, it will be only momentary or timely help. That's it. Again, he will be in search of that again, or he will come back to you again once again. So, my dear masters, this kind of help will not work. You have to give Gnana Dana, that is the supreme. You have to make them like you. Your own character will teach him to be all right. Okay, it is like that. So, my dear masters, such people are called Mahan Vyaktis. But the person who is not asking is Mahan Vyakti, I told. But the thing is, If he asks for somebody else, is okay. It is permitted. He can ask anything, everything, anytime for somebody else, for the public, for the society. We can beg, borrow, no problem. So we can ask 1,000 people. It is not for us, it is for somebody. Then it is permitted. For us, we should not ask. Okay, masters? Then love, light, and power is always there. Mahan Vyakti is like a sweet man. Did you follow who is the sweet person? Like a sugar cane. It gives sweet only always. Okay, sugar cane. When once you want a sugar juice, you go to a vendor. Who gives you sugar cane by squeezing the the sugar canes. So he will put in the machine that it will be squeezed. Before that, he will beat it. He will cut it, beat it, and then he put in the machine. It will press, it will squeeze, it will do everything. So it gives always sweet. That sugar cane, whatever way it is punished, it gives always sweet. Though crushed, twisted, hit, squeezed, pressed, beaten, or eaten away. Okay. So a sweet man also is like that. Whatever way you deal with him, he will be always helping you. He will not be disturbed. Whatever you shout, he will not be disturbed. Because Buddha says, if somebody shouts, it is not attracting, it is not affecting me at all. Because I am not this body. Okay, whatever he shouts is going, it is his knowledge, it is not my knowledge. I must act according to my knowledge. I should not act according to somebody's knowledge. So no shouting is going to have any repercussion on me. So my dear masters, don't go by shouting this and that, somebody did like this, that, all those things belonging to their course of actions, and it is their responsibility. So finally, this slide is helpful to us. Now finally the enlightenment is right from the time you get up in the morning. This is the last slide. Right from the time you get up in the morning until you go to the bed in the night, any time during all this period in between, if you are disturbed in your mind for any reason whatsoever, you understand that you are yet to be enlightened. If you felt something, that man has attacked, this man has blamed me, this man has spoken like this man has not respected, this man has insulted, all these things, if you are thinking, you are yet to be enlightened. Because these are not the causes for your disturbance. You are only taking them as disturbance. These are all dependent on somebody's knowledge. Why are you worried about that? You worry about your misdeed. If you do error, you should rectify. For their errors, you are not responsible for that. You only advise, that's it. If you are not disturbed, if somebody shouts, somebody insults, rejects, or whatever it happens, if you are not disturbed, you can say you are already enlightened. Okay, masters? So this is the parameter for getting enlightenment. And enlightenment is the end of suffering. When once you are enlightened, there will not be any suffering, because suffering is to the mind only. The mind is very strong, and our mind does not bother us. Somebody's minds may bother us. That is a different issue, and we are now free from that. We are never bothered by somebody's mind. Enlightenment is our birthright. Everybody has to. So this is the end of the session today. My dear masters, today we have taken 5 minutes more. So anyway,